I'm not calling Prince a liar. I'm just saying, as a frequent hotel lobby masturbator, my lived experience tells a completely different story. Are we recording?
Sure.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just edit that out. Just pretend.
Absolutely not. That's staying in.
Just off-topic stuff. I know. I was listening to that Prince song to Darlin' Nikki, and he meets her in a hotel lobby. She's masturbating with a magazine. I don't know. I don't know, man.
In the lobby?
Right there in the lobby. Like, you can't wait till you get to the. I understand the excitement. I mean, I can't remember the last time I was in a hotel without specific romantic plans.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Hey.
Hi.
This is an episode. It's just you and I today.
Yes,
I figured we just we're just having an intimate Dianne and Ben off-air conversation. I thought
we talk about magazine masturbation a lot when it's just us.
We really do. I've decided that. Have you seen like the VR goggles that they have for pornography now? Yeah, I've decided that's one more masturbating posture too far. Like, I went from magazines to DVDs to like, I'm done. I'm done switching the technology. I'm too old. I'm out.
So the whole fake girl that you can have, that's an absolute
not a thing I'm gonna do. That's a hard no. No, I think eventually, like, I'm 41 years old. It's time to grow up. Don't you think? I think it's time to grow up.
Yeah.
Hey, it's just you and me this episode.
Yeah.
And we're doing 99 Luftballons. You picked this song, and I got to be honest with you. When you sent me a text message saying you wanted to do 99 Luftballons, my first thought was, why do you want to do that shitty 80s candy pop song? Like, I didn't understand. I'd only ever heard the German version of the song. I'd never heard the English lyrics. I didn't know what it was about. It's a very charming song.
It's great.
Very lofty goal. Yeah.
Yeah. And to be clear, I told you I want to do 99 Red Balloons. I have never cared about the German version, but we do have to talk about it.
The German version was a much, much bigger hit, apparently. Like, much bigger. That's the one that you hear in all the movies. Because I'd only really known this song because it's in every movie. You know, I only was familiar with it as just like, it's the happy song in the middle between the second and third act, as things are starting to as the pot begins to boil for our protagonists.
Yeah,
you know, it's that kind of thing, or it's the good kickoff song. But it's just a delightful little tune about one of my. I guess I was 9 years old, almost 10 years old when the Berlin Wall fell, and it's like. I think it's like my first big, like, watching the news memory, you know, just like seeing something on TV, just kind of like mouth agape, like, what the hell is going on there? I guess we should go through the lyrics before we start talking about why 99 Luftballons is about the Berlin Wall, huh?
Well, let me preface with why I chose it. One is dumb because it's my birthday and I was like, balloons. But and I had this really bad math in my head. I was like, I'm turning 44, and you double 44 and you get, oh, you don't get 99 balloons. You get like 8. Okay, never mind. So in high school, we had this, in 10th grade English class, we had this project where it was a poetry thing where she's like, I need you to write, like, I don't know, 5 or 10 poems of your own, and then show me 5 or 10 of your favorite poems, and they could be music lyrics, she said. I think I asked, and she said, okay. One of the lyrics I put in as my 5 that I found was 99 Red Balloons, the English version. Because I always thought they painted such a wonderful picture, the English lyrics, which we find out later, Nina didn't like the English lyrics. I was like, go fuck yourself. They're great. Anyway, I remember, and I may still have it, my teacher, Mrs. Capps, wrote on that page, like, this. She called it a poem, not a song, but she's like, this has so much imagery in it. It's so great. And I was like, I know. So I've always loved the song because, you know, most people I don't think really pay attention to the lyrics. And I was like, they're dripping with imagery. And like, most people don't realize it's about like a war and the dreams of the German people and all this stuff. I was like, there's more to it than people realize.
I think hats off to English teachers everywhere. Can you imagine having to read the poetry of 30 strange little children? It'd be a nightmare.
10th I think of the stuff though, like, we are like, no, I got this. I'm in my feelings.
That would be the worst time to do it. I can't imagine. Like, sometimes I go back and read the poetry that I wrote when I was a teenager, just like, oh my God. I hope that young man understands that things do get better.
I know, and in that project, I wrote a really small poem and it was called Clams. And like something in it was talking about like, you know, two people, you know, become the two halves of one clam. And she wrote, this should be published. And I didn't save it, I don't think. But I was like, because I remember getting it back and being like, that was like one of the last ones I did just to finish the project. I didn't overthink it. And that's the one she thought could be published. And I was like, that one is so dumb. But been a poet, Ben, apparently, to Miss Caps, could have been published.
When I was like 10 or 11 years old, this is my version of getting published when I was 10 or 11 years old. I wrote down all my thoughts and feelings and rules and morals and everything like that. And I rolled it up into a scroll and put it in a bag and buried it in my backyard. So that's just out there waiting for someone to discover the ancient wisdom of the deep thinking Ben Mowbray circa 1990.
Go dig it up. You got to know someone who lives there. Tell them to go dig it up.
I wish I could. I really wish I could. I'm sure it's destroyed because it's like sitting in like a grocery bag. Like, there's no way it survived the elements. Yeah. And it's way up in Edmonton, Alberta. So there's been 32 snowfalls on it right now.
Yeah.
There's no way. I'm afraid it's lost to the world, Diane. That wisdom is gone. All we've got is this podcast. Shall we continue with it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, all right. This is the English language version of 99 Red Balloons Shop. Buy a bag of balloons with the money we've got. I like how everything tumbles along with the, like, you can't even read these lyrics without bouncing to the beat, right? Yeah. You and I in a little toy shop. Buy a bag of balloons with the money we've got. Set them free at the break of dawn till one by one they were gone. Back at base, bugs in the software. Flash the message, something's out there. Floating in the summer sky. 99 red balloons go by. So what's happened is this happy couple have gone to the toy shop. They bought a bunch of balloons. They've let them go in a nice little joyous release. And the military has seen them and think that some imminent threat is coming, or like the war machine is that sensitive.
It's so crazy. But you know, the technology back then isn't as good as it is now. So like they're looking at it on software and not with their eyes. Like with your eyes, you're like, those are balloons. But the software is like, these are UFOs, basically.
Yeah. 9 red balloons floating in the summer sky. Panic bells, it's red alert. There's something here from somewhere else. So they're thinking that it's aliens, or at least in this version. It seems like it's very alien.
Or right? I took it as from somewhere else, like another country. I always understood the song as like, they're so panicked in Germany, there's constantly thoughts of invasion and war and retaliation that like they are just like on high panic alert. Like there's something here from another country. We're getting attacked. We're getting spied on. Something's happening. I didn't think of aliens. I just think of from another country.
Yeah, it's just heightened Cold War. It's just like they literally have East German and Soviet troops like sitting right on their doorstep. They've been destroyed twice. Yeah. In just that century. So yeah, high alert. But I think that's the real poetry of this song. I was kind of saving this for the end, but might as well throw it right up front. But that's the real poetry of this song. Is like they're saying like just this expression of joy, this entirely innocent setting off of the balloons is enough to set off the war machine. Like that's how heightened it is. Like just basic joy is going to bring the bullets.
Yeah.
The war machine springs to life, opens up one eager eye, focusing it on the sky where 99 red balloons go by.
That is so cartoonishly lovely to me.
Yep.
I want Corbin to draw this. Like, what do you imagine an actual machine with this big bung eye that's just like, you know, like and then like, you know, like
it's like the eye of Sauron gazing at that 99 red balloons.
It's perfect. I've always loved the war machine springs to life. I mean, it just shows like how trigger happy people were, and like we gotta fight. Some weird shit's happening. We gotta fight.
Still are. I mean, that's just the natural instinct. Like if something weird is happening, that must mean a physical response.
Mm-hmm.
God, it was really kind of strange. I was at Rudyard's there was a comedy open mic on Monday, and there was some dude in the back whose brain has just been scrambled by the internet. I mean, just absolutely fucked.
Wait, so, like, is he a comic or an audience member?
Audience member, but just like I didn't see much of what was happening, but I saw the aftermath. But he's heckling, and it's political based heckling. But he's kind of like he's doing that thing where he's heckling from the right, where like he's obviously a Trump supporter, but he's doing the woke culture thing. Like, you can't say that, it's racist against white people. Like, that was the general gist of it. He brought his own crazy subtleties to it, but
Yeah.
you know, so the comics were putting him down and trying to shut him up, and eventually got so bad that people had to go over and just like, hey man, just shut up. Like, it's a comedy show. And then eventually it got physical. You know, our friend Paul showed him the door, you know, basically like grabbed him by the arm and shoved him out into the onto the sidewalk.
Just loving that. He's ready to.
Yeah, it was definitely. He was pretty thrilled with it. But what was amazing is like Paul gets him outside, and there's a push. There's other guys helping. Paul's just leading the way. So we're all kind of out there behind him and kind of like standing at the door, like, okay, it's time for you to go in. And like they were yelling and shouting and everything like that. And then there's a guy sitting on the patio. He just stands up and just goes, hey man, as a counselor, I've got a couple of things to say. And then he delivered a fucking masterclass of like dispute mediation like I have never seen. Like, I have escorted so many people out of bars, and like I have never seen somebody handle a situation as well as this guy did. Like, he just immediately just comes in.
I think you should tell the audience these tips. What is it?
I don't know. I wish I could do it. It was magical. Like, it seemed like obviously he was just like, he was agreeing and de-escalating with everything. Like this guy's got, you know, there's 6 guys all bowed up to him, so he's all angry. And then all of a sudden this guy just comes in. He's got one hand sort of out towards us, just like, hey, back off, guys. I got this. And the other hand, like, he just starts off just like, hey, man, it's all right. Like, it's no big deal. And he just agrees. And then he just starts in with like, just yes-anded him. Yep.
Yes, yes. Okay. We learned that in improv. We can do this.
It was amazing. And then he just Denzel Washington, like from Training Day, was like, do you want to go home or do you want to go to jail? Like here's what that's where we are right now. So how about we just all call it a day? And the guy just was, thank you very much, and wanders off into the night. I was like, how the hell did you do that?
Just need to be heard. Like, I'm going to say this for the audience. Forget which political side you're on. Don't heckle. Like, I don't care if we agree with you. Shut the fuck up during the show. You're going to get taken out no matter which political side you are. It's not the place to hear you. You don't have the microphone. Stop it.
And it's an open mic. It's totally easy. Like, you can get your spot. That can happen to you in a heartbeat.
Sign up. You got 5 minutes. you know.
You want to be under the spotlight, just put your name in the hat. Like, it's literally that easy. Nothing else is required of you.
Yeah.
Many other things are expected of you, but nothing else is required of you.
So maybe we can just do that from now on. Just yes and agree until they're gone. Just get them gone.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. I don't think it's going to work large scale.
No,
I think person to person, it's a good strategy. Overall, I don't know. Man, okay, I don't want to get way off topic, but
it's okay. We can.
Did you listen to any of the Facebook whistleblower testimony yesterday, or read any articles about it?
No, I mean, I have a general idea of what's going on, but no, I haven't dug in.
The algorithm is so much scarier than I knew. Like,
I mean, I already knew it was scary. It's how much worse could it be?
It's so much worse. Just go. It's crazy. It's just like what they do is they take, like, if you're looking for diet tips, then it shoves you over to the most extreme. This is the example they give. Then it shoves you, first of all, over to the most extreme diet tips. And then it'll shove you closer to body shaming and insults and those kinds, because all they care about is the reaction. They don't care if it's a negative reaction or a positive reaction. All they want is the negative reaction. And as everybody knows, it's so much easier to get a negative reaction than a positive reaction. So whatever you're investigating or whatever the algorithm first detects that you're interested in, it will very quickly take you to the extremes. And that's where we all are.
Yeah.
And how the hell do you regulate that? Like, I can't.
It was glorious when it shut down for those times. I was like, best day of most people's lives, unless you had a birthday that day and you just survive on the Facebook happy birthdays. But I was like, this is what life was supposed to be like, not with this algorithm like pitting us against each other. It's such a horrible place. And Facebook, I try to promote this podcast on Facebook, but if you even almost say the word YouTube or podcast or link, it buries your post so people can't see it. So I'm like, I don't even know why I try. Like, people do not see when we post about this podcast on there, because it's like, no, anything that makes you leave Facebook, bury. You can't see it.
Shut down. Yeah. I'm giving serious thought to shooting myself on the Facebook, just being done with it. Being an old man again.
Yeah, it's not healthy. We know it's not.
Oh, it's crazy, not healthy. Like it's amazing the things like, and if you think you're not affected by it, you're wrong. You are wrong. It is definitely affecting all of us.
All right, we can do a whole podcast on that. My God, is there a song anyone's written about that?
I know. Let's get back to the happiness of the potential threat of nuclear war.
Yeah.
Hey, 99 Decision Street, 99 ministers meet to worry, super scurry, call the troops out in a hurry. This is what we've waited for. This is it, boys. This is war. The president is on the line as 99 red balloons go by. That's what I love about this, is how it's just so war-torn and so action-packed and then it's just drifting through the clouds.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, you can even think of like little kids had let them go and then they're like, what's happening, mommy? You know, like missiles, and you're like, what? I was just trying to do a nice thing. I will say this, having been dumb in 10th grade, the whole time I thought the red balloons were supposed to be metaphorical of parachutes of soldiers dropping out of a plane for war. I thought this song was a literal metaphor of like an actual war, an actual invasion, like 99 red balloons floating in the summer. I completely just dismissed the little toy shop thing, or I thought they were trying to be weirdly poetic and confusing about it. But I thought it represent all the like the soldiers floating down from an airplane, like deploying. And yeah, after really reading about it today, I was like, oh no, I was way off. But I still like the imagery.
It's okay. It's fun there. And 99 is it's a weird, like, romantic number. Like if you send 99 super soldiers, they're obviously going to get the job done.
Yeah.
Send in squad 99. It's Project 99.
Yeah.
99 Knights of the Air ride super high-tech jet fighters. Everyone's a superhero. Everyone's a Captain Kirk. Captain Kirk going to space again.
Going to space. Yeah.
You must have seen that article. Yeah. Yeah, seriously, they're sending William Shatner at 90 years old up into space.
No, I didn't see that. Shatner?
Oh. Shatner's going up. I don't know if he's going up on the I don't know if he's going up on the Bezos cock or on the Elon Musk phallic flyer.
Does he choose?
Yeah, I'm not sure which billionaire's cock he's riding into space, but Captain Kirk is going to ride again.
Oh my gosh. All right.
I hope he reads some poems from space.
Dude, just get, at least make this fun for everybody.
With orders to identify, to clarify, and classify, scramble in the summer sky, 99 red balloons go by. And every one a red balloon. It's all over, and I'm standing pretty in this dust that was a city. If I could find a souvenir just to prove the world was here, and here is a red balloon, I think of you and let it go. So they destroyed the whole fucking place. And the only thing that's left is one girl looking for a single red balloon, which she sends up again, just one this time. So yeah, kind of a stark little song. I always thought of it as like I said at the top, like I thought it was just like 80s pop candy. It's classic roller rig music, like I love it. It makes you happy to listen to it. I think it makes me happier now to know a little bit of the backstory behind it and to know that that there's quality thoughts going into it. Like I honestly thought it was just like, this is a fun melody. Like
go ahead.
These are legitimate artists from a very romantic is the wrong word, but maybe dramatic period and place in time. Yeah. I guess the original inspiration for this song, as I'm sure you've read, they were at a Rolling Stones concert in West Berlin. And I read a little bit about, I was always kind of curious about the Berlin, like did it go all the way across Germany? No, you moron, it went around the city of West Berlin. So which was deep in Soviet held territory. So there's West Germany, which was held by the US and England and France. And then the Soviet Union obviously had taken East Berlin, or taken East Germany. They'd sectioned off Berlin and held them, those nations sort of held them together. And then the nation, bifurcated over the years, and it settled into what we know as East Germany. But West Berlin itself was on an island. That's why they had to have the Berlin airlift. And eventually they had like one railroad, like on a highway that went from West Germany into West Berlin. And it was obviously heavily fortified and heavily guarded as it went through hundreds of miles of Soviet held Germany. Anyway, so they're watching the Rolling Stones there, and Mick and Keith release a whole bunch of balloons as part of it. And the guitarist for Nena was at that show, and he thought it could trigger an international incident. Like, what's going to happen when those balloons try to get over the wall?
Yeah, exactly. I think it's so funny. I love that story.
Yeah. I love the idea of Soviet soldiers shooting down Mick and Keith's balloons. Just thinking of like what their sad faces would be like. Those are all balloons, mate.
No.
Just trying to show you a fucking good time. Surely you saw the picture of Mick Jagger having a beer at that bar in North Carolina this week.
No, I saw a video of him dancing like he was practicing his moves, where I'm just like, he has got more energy at whatever age he is now than I do at 44, and it drives me nuts.
Good God, are you even online? How did you miss this one? So the Rolling Stones are on tour again, even shortly after the passing of Charlie Watts. They're going ahead with their planned tour because they're the Rolling Stones, and what the hell else are they going to do? It's what we demand from them. I read some people saying it's disrespectful to go on tour without Charlie. I'm like, okay, I don't know. I don't think so. Like, it's the only thing those guys do, and we make them do it.
You can kiss your mother and people will find a way to call it disrespectful these days. Go fuck 'em.
I guess so. There's a great picture and a great story. I don't know how much I believe it, but there's just a great picture of Mick Jagger on the patio of this very, very normal looking like hipster bar in I think it's Charlotte, North Carolina. And he's just having a beer. He's just like in a baseball cap, but it's like, it's fucking clearly Mick Jagger. Like, he's not like rock starred out, but it's like, it's Mick Jagger. And he's just having a beer by himself. And it's a whole big crowded patio. Nobody's bothering him. Nobody's just an anonymous English dude sipping a pint.
Well, it's North Carolina, and it's Mick Jagger. It's not Kenny Chesney. I mean, they may not even know who he is.
I read an article. They were talking to the bar owner, and the bar owner was saying, "Look, I wasn't there. I don't know, but I've been talking to the bartender who was, and he said that Mick was just a very normal guy, and that apparently the bartender was getting shit for not recognizing Mick Jagger." I'm a bartender. I don't know what I would do if Mick Jagger came into my bar and ordered a beer from me, but I guarantee you I wouldn't go, "Holy fuck, you're Mick Jagger."
Yeah, you gotta be cool, right?
Required to be like that would set off. How am I going to deal with the pandemonium that calling hundreds of people's attention to Mick fucking Jagger is going to cause? Like, and he's 75 or something like that. Like, he's an old man. He can't be fighting them off anymore.
Well,
that means it's going to be my job.
You had Florence and the Machine in your bar, and you didn't know who they were.
To my credit, Florence wasn't with them. I think I probably would have recognized Florence. Somebody would have recognized Florence. It was just the Machine.
Okay.
Have I told that story on the podcast? I must have.
No, I don't
know.
No?
So I'm working in this. It's a bar and restaurant. It's a hipster bar and restaurant in the Heights in Houston. And there's a group of English people come in kind of like around 11 or noon, and they're at the bar having a couple of drinks. And they're there like all afternoon. So we like establish a rapport. We get going. They're calling me by my first name, and they're having glasses of wine and everything like that. And then one guy says to me, he goes, "Hey, would you like to come to our show tomorrow night?" And there's Fitzgerald's, which we went to the rubble of, which is like, it was the local like touring small rock band place. Like, you go for like 400 or 500 people maybe. So I'm thinking like I said, okay, where are you guys playing? And he looks at each quizzically, he just kind of goes, "The Woods Mitchell Pavilion or something."
You're like, who are you?
That was so maybe I did like, I think my actual question was, who the fuck are you?
Yeah. That's okay. For people who don't know, that's a huge venue.
Yeah, that's 20,000 seats. That's where Florence and the Machine would play. Yeah, but then the guy just goes, "Well, we're Florence and the Machine." It's like, you've got to be kidding me.
You're like, oh.
Yeah. So he gave me he took my email and he gave me great seats. Like, it was absolutely fantastic. Like, not up on the lawn or anything like that. Like, right down and dirty. There's like, yeah, you're my new friends, Florence and the Machine. Right. Unfortunately, I did not keep the pen pal nature up. I tried. I was just like, "Thank you very much." And I think I got it very, but "You're welcome." When there was no room for conversation. So
I think that's the right thing to do. This is one of those, like, we're friends for a weekend. I mean, if you kept trying to bug them, they'd probably block you.
Yeah.
Then you turn into a weird guy.
I'm gonna send Florence an email, see if she wants to come on the pod.
You're like, remember that one time that you weren't there, but your band was?
That was fun. I'm your guy. Florence is adorable. She's like the Pixie character from Scrooged. The Carol Kane character. Carol Kane as the rock star.
Is that what she's like in person?
Very
Really?
much so, like very much so live. Like she encouraged, like if you had a date, she's like, put your girls up on your shoulders, men. So like everybody like lifts up their girls, and she starts like cooing and complimenting everybody on their outfits, like, oh, you're a pretty one.
Oh, that's really nice.
It was adorable. It was a really adorable concert.
They have great lyrics. We should do a flow, I call her Flojo, a flow machine episode. I think Sam Damaris is a big fan, so we could have him back on to talk about yet another lady and not dead Kennedys, his favorite.
That tracks. That would track for Sam.
At the end of these lyrics, I was just gonna say back to my, like, you know, in 10th grade, my just full-on idea that, you know, the soldiers and parachutes, and when she said, and here with or is a red balloon, I think of you and let it go, I thought she was paying tribute to a soldier who died in the war, and I thought she was paying tribute, but it's not. So I will read, let's see, this one part in just the research. It said, the song, though difficult to understand, is about the dreams of the German people that were lost after World War II. The 99 red balloons represent the many dreams that each person had. At the end of the song, she just wants to prove that the German people did have dreams by finding one balloon. She finds one balloon, a dream, and lets it go. So I think that's really sad.
Yeah, but it's also very beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a sadder song than people give it credit for.
I think that's why it had to be so happy, because it is so damn sad.
Yeah.
And connected to all of us, because obviously like the reunification of Germany is basically the end of World War II, which was an extension of World War I. So it's like we all have a dog in that fight. Yeah. So,
did I tell you I dated a guy that was at the Berlin Wall when they took it down? He had a rock. He had a piece of it.
What?
So I was like early 20s, and he told me he was 30, but I think he wasn't 30. Yeah. He was a strange guy. I have all these theories of who this guy was, because he was in and out of my life very fast. And he lived in this apartment, and he had this roommate that no one ever saw. And the few times I went up there, the roommate was always like at a computer and looking at me like, why are you here? And the guy wore the same shirt every single time I saw him for like a month. It's like they had come into this apartment and brought like this much clothes, and then they were to be out again, right? I think they were researching something or undercover or CIA. I don't know what it was, but he was in the military and had been a cop and was there when the Berlin Wall came down.
Whoa, this isn't a dating story. This is an episode of the X-Files.
I know, or a compulsive liar.
Could be that too.
I don't know.
Either one's exciting.
Yeah.
Do you think we can track him down?
I've tried. I've gone online and looked up his name.
He's off the grid.
He's
living in a storage unit.
He's off the grid. I can't find him. So I'm like, I don't know how old he was. I don't know if anything he said was true, or if like a lot of it was true, but that's all he could give me. He didn't take me breaking up with him very well. He just almost was like, this is not happening. And I was like, no, I'm not into it. Very interesting.
Yeah, he probably headed to the mountains of Afghanistan directly after that. God, I'm out of here. Heart is broken, head for the hills.
If I wasn't slightly scared, I'd say his name and see if anybody knows him, but I'm not going to.
Don't. It sounds like that guy's weird roommate probably has all kinds of Google alerts and internet beacons set, like any mention of his name, and will send in the 99 shock troops.
Oh my God. That was such a weird thing. And so many things when you're young, you just like, I drank a lot and I'm like, whatever. But now I look back, I'm like, what the hell was going on in that apartment? What were they doing? Why did he wear the same shirt every day? It was very clean, but it's like you could tell there was no permanence to them living there. And the roommate never came out and was always at a computer and like would not speak to me. I never knew his name. He didn't speak to me. It's almost like, almost said his name. The guy I was kind of seeing was much younger than him and was like, I'm gonna go out and play in this new city that we're researching. And the guy was just like, don't blow our cover.
Don't make any contacts and don't establish any relationships that you can't walk away from in less than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Haven't you ever seen Heat?
No.
You haven't seen Heat?
No, but movie. Corbin talks about it all the time. I feel bad. I don't know Heat. God, I feel like I'm striking out. Like, did you see this today? Did you see this? Have you seen Heat? I'm just like, I live in a bubble, apparently. I don't know anything.
I've had like a media drenched week. I've just been staring at the phone all week. I'm sorry. I think it's probably why my brain's a little off balance today. Like I've definitely destabilized myself. Do you want to hear the direct German translation?
Yes, I do.
Song?
Because before you do that, I'm going to say Nina, they had another guy write the English version and she never liked it. She did not like the English version. And I swear, let me read her quote. She said, "We made a mistake there. I think the song loses something in translation and even sounds silly." In another interview that month, the band, including Nina, were quoted as saying, not completely satisfied. The English version, since it was too blatant for a group not wishing to be seen as a protest band. I disagree because I feel like the direct German translation of the song is so direct and it sounds like a protest song. And I feel like the English version is not too blatant and it's poetic. It's what music is supposed to be. So yes, let's read the direct German translation of the German song.
This is like, it is very, very literal. And obviously like in German, it'll rhyme and it'll flow better, but it strips all the poetry and just about all the fun out of it.
Yeah.
Do you have some time for me? If so, I'll sing a song for you about 99 balloons on their way to the horizon. Maybe you're thinking of me right now. If so, I'll sing a song for you about 99 balloons and that such a thing comes from such a thing. So there's probably like
comes from balloons. Yeah, I have that in parentheses in my notes.
Yeah, there's probably like a German phrase or like German slang that makes that not sound idiotic. But 99 balloons on their way to the horizon. People think they're UFOs from space, so a general sent up a fighter squadron after them. Sound the alarm if it's so, but there on the horizon were only 99 balloons. So this is almost like the pitch idea for the song. You
exactly.
know what I mean? Like, hey, I got an idea for it.
Exactly. That's what it sounds like.
We can poem that up for you, Klaus. 99 fighter jets, each one's a great warrior, thought they were Captain Kirk. Then came a lot of fireworks. The neighbors didn't understand anything and felt like they were being provoked, so they shot at the horizon at 99 balloons. So the neighbors, like obviously like the neighboring country, the Soviet Union, Czechoslovakia, or whoever. 99 war ministers, matches, and gasoline canisters. They thought they were clever people, already smelled a nice bounty, called for war, and wanted power. So it's just incredibly clunky.
Yeah.
Like, it's just amazing how it goes. And I'm sure that there are wonderful English lyrics that gets translated into German, and somebody in Germany is just going, what are they?
That's awful. Yeah.
Like soulless haters of art over there.
Yeah.
Do they not appreciate beauty in the East?
Yes, exactly.
Man, who would have thought that things would someday go so far because of 99 balloons? And then the last verse is 99 years of war left no room for victors. There are no more war ministers nor any jet fighters. Today I am making my rounds, see the world lying in ruins. I found a balloon, think of you, and let it fly away. So it's the same story, but the fun has just been done. When I was doing the research and read how upset the members of Nina were about the English language version, I couldn't figure out why. Like I was like, okay, I need to find like a proper direct German translation and find out what we're missing. And obviously what we're missing is the art of translation.
What we're missing is not knowing how to speak German and to hear the song the way they sang it.
Yeah, there's no way that song is that bland in German. No. Like it just can't be. It's got to be. It has to have the same kind of. I imagine that's why the guy, whoever did the translation, worked so hard on it and changed so much. It was just like, well, the fun of this song is your use of your language, is your use of all this imagery. So it's just going to have to be a little different in the English language version. And I could totally see, because I fancy myself a writer and an artist. And if somebody comes in and fixes my shit or translates it or changes it in any way, it hurts me right in the ego. Yeah. I don't like it at all.
There's got to be, okay, so we're hearing the English translation, direct translation of these German lines by lines. I wonder if they don't understand English so much, they see the English version, it gets direct translation line by line back into German and falls completely flat the way we just read it, and they're like, that's awful. And I'm like, no, yours is awful. And like, both songs are equally beautiful in their own languages.
Yeah. I really like doing this, researching this song because like that Cold War period and the fall of the Berlin Wall has always seemed very, very romantic to me, because I just remember it when I was a kid. A couple of years ago, I saw on like some like Instagram or Facebook thing, like it was one of those like, did you know historical? Like, did you know the Berlin Wall fell because of an accident? And there's just like this little tidbit. I forget the name of the German minister, the East German minister, but he was holding like a very sort of run-of-the-mill press conference. And the Soviet bloc was already starting to crumble and kind of fade a little bit. There were a lot of border crossings and huge amounts of pressure to allow people to move around more freely. So the Soviets were coming up with ways to allow that to happen. So this interior minister was at just a regular run-of-the-mill press conference on November 9th, the day that the Berlin Wall ended up falling. And he was announcing new travel laws. It basically said, like, before you had to have passports, you had to have reasons, you had to go through, you know, months and months of why are you trying to go, where are you trying to go, who are you? Basically, he was announcing that they were going to more or less westernize their travel plans. And it's like, you won't need to give a reason or whatever. There's a very famous moment in the press conference where a reporter asks a follow-up question, which is basically, well, when are these new standards coming into place? And he just kind of shuffles his papers and just goes, according to my information, immediately, without delay.
Right now, send it down.
And that was it. Like, it just it just set off like an absolute firestorm, because I watched a little like YouTube documentary about it. Apparently he made that statement at like 6:57 p.m. 7:05 p.m. the evening news is on the air announcing that there are no more travel restrictions. You can go freely across the border. So that's what immediately, you know, thousands of East Germans are all of a sudden swarming all over the wall. They've swarmed the border guards. The border guards are watching the news. They see their own minister saying, like, yep, this is what the deal is. And then, you know, by morning, the wall had come down. Like, it's the incredible power of
the people. Oh my God,
yep.
That's all I was thinking. It's just like how quickly, when we're giving like the go ahead, how much we can take control. Holy shit, it's almost scary.
It is. It really, really is. Yeah. You're gonna foment a revolution, Dianne?
I don't think I have that kind of power in me. I'm a little lazy.
I don't have the energy either.
Let the whippersnapper children take care of that. Yeah, no, me and Corbin are on the opposite end. We're more like we like bunkers.
Yep.
Like, we want to go hide in the country.
I'm the same way. I want to get rich enough to buy up all of the lakefront property around a small northern Canadian lake. And just like, that's just where I'm going to be. That's my lake. That's Lake Ben.
Lake Ben. Lake Ben, not Lake Mowbray. I like Lake Ben. Going for
Lake Ben. Way laid back. No need to be pretentious about it. But yeah, I want to be somewhere way far up there where no army is going to be interested in that plot of land for at least another 50 or 60 years.
Exactly. I mean, like, you know, wanting, I don't know, all this unity and change for the good is, you know, that's a good idea for, you know, I don't know, your teens and maybe up until like mid 30s. And then, you know, once you've lived our ripe old age of 40, 44 for me, you just see how it doesn't work. You just give up. You're like, I just want to go hide and live out my life, maybe fish and eat some canned food. Like, I'm out.
No.
Are we disillusioned?
Yep. It's like peaceful survivalism. There must be that. There must be like hippie communes out there that are, you know, preparing for the worst. But
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't actually believe that, but you know, sometimes it's easy to be like, oh, fuck everybody. Giving it all I got and it didn't work, so fuck everybody.
A side note from Nena, what an incredible person she is. She's got 5 children. So
I didn't do any of this research. Tell me.
She's still a pop star in Germany. Like, she had she's set the record for the longest time between #1 hits for any artist in Germany. But she had a #1 hit in the early 2000s. So 20 years after 99 Luftballons. It put her back on the map. Like, Nena, the band itself, only existed for a couple of years, and they had like 3 albums, and they were like they had their big, you know, one hit wonder, or they had a hit kind of before 99 Luftballons, and then 99 Luftballons put them right at the top of the charts. And then their second album, not so much, and then the third album, they were almost completely ignored. And you know, they were selling out, you know, stadiums and big venues, and the ticket sales just slowed down. The band itself never really officially broke up. It just ceased to exist.
Yeah.
We didn't break up. We just ceased to exist.
What did Gwyneth Paltrow say? Like a something uncoupling? Like, we just...
a conscious uncoupling.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Gwyneth.
Mm-hmm.
Gwenny is a weird one. So she's got 5 children. and she wasn't happy with the education that they were getting. And I don't know, maybe this is an entirely negative thing. Like it could be that, but she wasn't happy with the education that they were getting, so she founded her own school. Like she just took her profits and started up her own school. Now, maybe I didn't go into the research. It could be that Nena's just crazy.
She's cuckoo bananas.
Yeah, just doing some like really nutty homeschooling stuff.
Yeah, like they're learning some shit no kid should know.
Yeah, Nena could be just like the ultimate Karen. Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. I want to know more about what they're learning.
I know, I'm kind of curious about it because it is Germany. I mean, she was in West Germany. Like it could very well be that there are some aspects of German history that we don't like to talk about.
I know.
It could very well be that she was looking at like, you know, those German laws that are put in place where you can't talk about this, you can't say that, you can't teach this. She might have just got like, yeah, you know what? Let's just see about that.
Yeah. Ooh, that's exciting, Nena.
Nena has her own school.
I did want to mention this just because it's in the research. It's kind of like a prank, but let's see, this was off Wikipedia. Also cited by the band was a newspaper article from the Las Vegas Review-Journal about 5 local high school students in 1973 who played a prank to simulate a UFO by launching 99. One was lost from the original 100. Illuminized, is that how you say that? Illuminized mylar balloons attached with ribbons to a traffic flare. The red flame from the flare reflected by the balloons gave the appearance of large pulsating red object floating over Red Rock Canyon outside of Las Vegas Valley in Nevada. It didn't say anything else. Like it didn't say what happened because of that, but I'm like, well, that just would have been cool to see.
But
I just don't remember even talking about that.
That's what I'm doing for my summer vacation now. Mine's made up.
Sounds fun.
Inflatable UFO, it's time. I think we needed it. Those are 99 Luft balloons.
99 Luft balloons. And I did put all this work to put these balloons in, and now it's too dark in the room. I don't think you can see them.
No, you can see it. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. Now is probably a good time to see how Jeremy Essig connects Nena to Tommy Stinson. Let's watch.
Ooh.
Hey friends, welcome to a happy birthday edition of 6 Degrees, where this week we're going to connect Tommy Stinson to German singer Nena and her 99 balloons. To do this, we actually start in 2003 with Nena's song Any Place, Anywhere, Anytime, an English language remake of her 1984 song that has a German title I will not attempt to pronounce. The 2003 remake also featured English singer Kim Wilde, famous for her 80s hit, Kids in America. That song would be covered in 1995 with the wonderful scream of Kim Shattuck and her criminally underrated band The Muffs on one of the era's best soundtracks for the movie Clueless. That soundtrack features a number of covers, including the previously mentioned Ghost in You by the Counting Crows, and a cover of the Flaming Groovies' Shake Some Action by Cracker, a band that would 3 years later release their album Gentleman's Blues, which featured bass from Tommy Stinson.
Oh, how does he do it?
Does he do it? All right, guys, next week we're going to have a guest and there's going to be a song that we cover. I don't know who the guest is or what the song is. We had Kiki Maroon lined up, and she's gone through some shit lately, and I won't give away her personal details of her life. She's fine. She's great, but she just can't really focus on a podcast right now. So we'll have her on again another time. So we're bumping up one of our other guests. I've talked to a few of them, and I'm waiting to see who gets back to me. So it'll be a surprise. So I am going to take the time, since it is my birthday, to ask if you would like to give me a gift. No pressure. All I want is for you to subscribe, rate, and review. I try not to bug you guys about this very much, but mostly the rate and review on Apple Podcasts. Like, you guys just don't understand how much that helps the algorithm. Like, leave that 5-star review, or be honest, but like if it's 1 star, stop listening. Just don't, leave us alone. And write some nice words. Like, they are great. And then if you're listening on YouTube, what do the kids say? Smash that subscribe button, smash that like button. Don't leave a review there if you don't want to. I mean, you can say whatever you want, but just give us a boost. Most important, tell a friend. Like, share us. Send an episode to a friend. And as always, if you would like to join our Patreon and support the podcast, go to patreon.com/rockthecashbar. $5 a month, and your name will be put in a box that we draw from once a month, and you will get the opportunity to choose a song for us to discuss, and we'll send you some fun swag like koozies and stickers and other stuff. I keep trying to think of other stuff we could do for the Patreon. And I wonder if the listeners have any ideas. If there's something extra you would like to see on the Patreon, let us know. Send us an email, go to our website, contact us, come put a sticker on my door. I don't know. Let us know if there's something else.
Communicate with us. We like to talk. We're reaching out to you.
We do. We want to hear what you have to say. Contact us. Tell us what you like. Tell us anything you don't like. I'm open to it.
Ooh, that was very saucy. I'm open to it. Did we do it? I think we did it.
Ben.
And
1, 2, 3.
Rock the Cash Bar is produced by Dianne Gallagher, music by Chuck Savage and Eddie Hawkins. Special thank you to Jeremy Essig for 6 Degrees of Tommy Stinson and to Sara Wessling for the Guilty Pleasures vocals. Our website is rockthecashbarpodcast.com, and there you can find links to our Spotify playlist and to our Patreon. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next week.